Hey everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and we've got a fun one. So last week we did our 4Ks. Now we're going to be doing our top 10 Blu-rays of April 2024. So, all right, you guys ready? Let's kick this motherfucker off. All right. So first off, April 2nd, we got Stigmata coming from MPI Media Group. I'm not familiar with MPI Media Group. I don't think I own anything from them. So owning Stigmata would be one of those ones that I would love to have just because of the horror influence that a lot of people got from that movie. And it's just a movie that I feel like get doesn't get enough attention. So um another one from April 9th is Mean Guns. And I'm trying to think, was that the Albert Pune movie? Or no, that was Six Guns, I think. What is Mean Guns? Um, or maybe that was Albert Pune. Okay, I thought but Ice-T, Christopher Lambert, I mean, oh, Tom Matthews, I'm excited. I can't wait to see that one. And so that is April 9th. So I'm totally stoked for that. Uh April 9th as well is It's a Wonderful Knife, which played in the theaters and I just never got a chance to watch it. And I've been dying to see it, no pun intended. And I can't wait. So that just sounds like a lot of fun. That's coming from RLJ Entertainment. And then I'm gonna have to put these two together because they're both coming out on April 16th. Is Fletch and Fletch Lives. Both come into Blu-ray through Kino Lorber. I am so stoked for that. When I was living with Jackie, my roommate from California, in California, she is a huge Chevy Chase fan. And so I remember having her watch Fletch for the first time. She never watched it, even though she was a big Chevy Chase fan, and she was laughing her butt off. And I was like, I mean, I've seen it so many times. But it's definitely one of those movies that, and I think I've watched Fletch, the first Fletch, like way more times than I've watched Fletch Lives. So I definitely, and I remember at one point they were gonna do Fletch One, which was WON, and it was supposed to be like his prequel stuff with Jason Lee as Fletch, directed by um, Kevin Smith, and then they had the new Fletch that was actually still really good. And that new Fletch, I mean, I really liked it. And so I think I hope they bring him back again. Especially it's the guy from Mad Men, if I'm correct. What's the guy's name? John Hamm. It's a great name for somebody who overacts. John Hamm. Um that was he played Don Draper in there. So there you go. So let's see. Next is Hardware Wars, April 23rd. Hardware Wars is a spoof of Star Wars, obviously, involving I think hardware appliances or something. I'm not exactly sure. It's from MVD is putting it out. It There's the amazing tagline of "May the Farce be with you," which I could have swore that was used in Spaceballs, but I know that maybe the Schwartz be with you is Spaceballs, but I don't know if they also did the farce one as a tagline. But yeah, Hardware Wars looks silly, probably a lot of fun. Then Kino's got a movie called Starting Over. I don't know much about this movie. It looks like a cute little flick. I just did a review recently of Life with Mikey, and as you guys know, I just love cute movies where I don't really have to think a lot. I could just watch and enjoy. And so I think that's Starting Over. And that's April 23rd. April 30th. So all of these are going to go hand in hand. But I'll say each one and I'll talk about each one real quick. Moon Knight from Disney. Moon Knight, pretty much. So I saw the the series, and I think it says the complete series. So I'm wondering, I don't, or maybe it's in the first season. I'm not sure. I hope it's just the first season because I'm hoping they come back with the second season, or at least bring Moon Knight back somewhere. Because I really did like Moon Knight, and I loved as Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight, but I felt like the way they did it wasn't the best. But I still would want it on Blu-ray. Um, just because like one day I may not be able to get and like maybe my thing for Disney Plus goes out, and so I'm gonna only be able to buy it from or watch it on my Blu-ray. And so that's perfect. Now, if it were on a 4K, I wouldn't have probably picked it for 4K because there's really no reason to have a TV series on 4K in my opinion, but I feel like eventually that's gonna happen if it hasn't already happened. So we'll see. Uh, Next, another Disney one is Andor. Andor, I never finished the first season. I need to. I just haven't so much other stuff going, I'm watching and everything. It's really hard to keep up with that. But I eventually will. Like liked Andor. From what I saw. Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. Uh I'm kind of sad about because like it felt like they were, I mean, because they were retconning it and everything and changing it where Obi-Wan was following Princess Leia, and in no time in any of the other movies, earlier movies or whatnot, did they ever mention like Leia knew Obi-Wan, like that made absolutely no sense. So they did it because they're Disney and they want to have females be the or women be the, little girls become this, thing. And I honestly was not a fan of that. Like I just felt like retconning it and changing it like that made absolutely no sense other than to push some kind of agenda, 'cause they already had other things that were agenda. They had characters who were diverse and they had all these other agendas that they were trying to put in there, and that was fine. None of that bothered me really. But when I just look back at it and I go, like if they had made it Luke, you know, and maybe Luke and Leia cross paths, I totally get that. Um, or whatever, but it felt really weird. And so I just felt like this was not the right story to tell for Obi-Wan. In fact, if they didn't have Leia or Luke in it and it was just Obi-Wan dealing with the stuff that he's dealing with, I probably would have liked that better. But that they had to have like a character like Leia in there or Luke, and so they went with Leia and whatever. So. Anywho, those are my picks for the top 10. Obviously Obi-Wan is last, but I'm not doing it like these are my favorites to, least favorites. These are just release dates. But honestly, Obi-Wan would be my last thing. I'll eventually get it on Blu-ray. I need to get pretty much all the Star Wars stuff, and or Marvel stuff. I haven't had time and money, to do that yet. So when I get rich, man, poof, these guys are beginning my dollars. That's just a lot of it. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys, what you guys are planning to get. Are you guys planning to get anything this April? Um, what are you guys excited for? I know the biggest problem now. Maybe I'll do a whole video on it. Yeah, we'll have already done a video of this next, earlier this week. Because I'm recording these kind of all scattered around. So, but I do want to do a video on movies going away, physical media disappearing from stores, and stuff. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little video and let me know what you guys think. Till then, bye.